In this episode, you will see what it's like to take a road trip from the touristic city of San Antonio, Texas, to Monterrey, Mexico, which happens to be one of the wealthiest and fastest growing cities in the Americas. We will also be crossing one of the busiest borders in the world, which in itself is an adventure, so stay tuned.
Guys, this is NAFTA at its best. You can definitely tell there's a lot of trade along this route. This is pretty much the main route between Mexico and the US. A lot of goods, a lot of industrial goods that get produced in Mexico, especially Monterrey area, come through this route, dispersed throughout the rest of Texas and the US. Look at all those trucks, guys. That's a lot of industrial money right there. Alright guys, we're about 15 miles away from Laredo, and as you can see, as we get close to the border, you can see a lot of moisture in the background. It's actually being kicked up by a hurricane that's approaching Mexico, so we're seeing the very outer areas of the moisture being created by it. So it might be a little rainy in Monterrey when I get there. I did see the radar, it did show some rain. Alright, we're entering Laredo right now. This is Laredo's outer beltway that they have recently built this junction. The beltway is fairly new as far as being a freeway. It's existed before, but it's been mostly a road. This does provide an alternate route to Monterrey instead of going straight. Of course, I'm going to be parking my car at the border, so for me, I'm going to go straight into downtown Laredo, park my car, walk across the border, and grab a taxi to the bus station where I will go straight to Monterrey. So it's going to be an adventure in itself. Of course, as we get closer to the tropics, you start to see a lot of palm trees. We're still not technically in the tropics. It does freeze here from time to time, but for the most part, it usually stays warm, or at least not too cold. Here we are, guys, about 2 miles from the border. I'm going to be exiting pretty soon to go to the parking lot. Alright, we're getting close to the very end of the freeway, where it ends literally like maybe 5 or 6 blocks from the border. Just enough room to give it so that it can cross the border. You can, if you look closely enough, you can actually see the border, but it's from here it's about a mile, maybe a little bit less, and you can see the traffic, the people trying to get across. Of course, I'm going to be exiting. I just got into the parking lot, had to battle around a little bit with the traffic in downtown. Now I'm about to park. The view from the parking lot. You can see the Laredo outlets in the distance. Right beyond that is actually Mexico. You can already see some buildings in Nuevo Laredo, Mexico. Alright, so one of the first things we need to do, of course, before we cross, we could do it after we cross, but it's better to do it before, is to exchange some money. Oh, the last place did not have pesos. Let's see if this next place does. Peso is actually really strong right now. The economy in Mexico is doing quite well right now. lejos. Muy cerca. Somos vecinos.